Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, I already know it's peace and blessing. They give y'all some time. Some of y'all, I know y'all was waiting for me yesterday. Apologies. The last 2 days been kind of busy, somewhat, and somewhat hectic, but back nonetheless. What's going on, Chiller? Give y'all some time to tune in. Just Jay, baby. First things first, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Tuesday. Hopefully everybody smoothly getting through the work day. Hopefully your kids smoothly getting through the school day. And for those in the areas where it's still kind of hot and humid, make sure you keeping that water on deck and make sure you keeping your health intact more than anything. And for some of y'all, definitely make sure y'all keep your health in order because we know we about to have a weather switch up. So, you know, try to keep yourself as healthy as possible. For those who are celebrating birthdays over the weekend and celebrating birthdays throughout the week, may y'all all have a blessed one. May y'all all continue to stay blessed. You know, keep enjoying yourselves. You know, and keep making another year, another memory of blessings. You know, Jared, what's going on, my guy? Word, what's going on, man? Yeah, bro. Nah, yesterday and Sunday, had some things I'm trying to take care of. Got some things I want to try to get done before the year's out or by the end of the year. So yeah, process starts already. So um, appreciate everybody that tuned in Saturday for the conversation. Definitely was a reiteration, a good one. For those that missed it, you definitely catch the replay. Today I'm reiterating on something that has become not so much as a major issue, because it's always been a major issue, but it's becoming a little too out of line. And again, I'm leaning towards us as the people going back to the old ways of doing things. You was live Saturday, Jared? I ain't get a notification, bro. I gotta check my shit, make sure everything is everything. But I got you, bro. Don't worry. Um, if you want to do it early Friday, you could do that, bro. Because I'm off Thursday and Friday, so I had the time to do everything. One thing I want us to get back to as a people is, you know, let's eliminate or at least try to suppress a lot of the gun violence. I'll be honest with you, because it gets nobody nowhere. All it gets is, torn up families and torn up lifestyles, period. There's a lot of y'all, again, that are quick to run and grab that weapon instead of just saying, let me use the two weapons I was born with. Technically, you got four weapons because you got your feet as well. If you want to add the fifth weapon, that fifth weapon would be your mind. Like your mind, your overall, your decision making. You know. All right, no doubt, bro. I got you. I'll be there Thursday. Don't go. I got you. I got you. No, you gotta look out for the people, son. I got you. But yeah, it's like I said, quick to run the guns, quick to run to a weapon to take care of a so-called problem. You know, there's a lot of problems in life that does not necessarily mean resorting to violence or resorting to doing anything hasty that could be detrimental to you. You know, some of y'all already know what the consequences is. You know, consequences is you commit something horrific like a crime, especially dealing with gun violence. Trust me, there is no walking away from it, not unless it was really in the act of self-defense. There's no walking away from a charge like that. There's no way of trying to possibly fight something from outside when you don't have much. You know. Now I know you was, bro. Trust me, I know. I really wanted to do this yesterday, but just had a whole bunch of shit I had to take care of, man. I wasn't expecting even to be that busy, but hey, you know, like you said, life be life and sometimes with shit. But yeah, we got to get back to that notion of settling our differences without resorting to the weapons. If I had an issue with you, prime example, and it was a face to face issue, we either gonna, we either gonna fight it out, or if we don't, we just gonna kindly keep it pushing from there. Because I don't got time to be worried about somebody trying to come after me or me coming after somebody just because it's pointless. And it repeats the same cycle of ignorance and violence. But it also shows cowardice again when I say quick to reach for a weapon, but you're not quick to throw your hands. Yeah, it's crazy though. Where like I told somebody, if a situation is not that deep to where it has to come to that, y'all better find a way to conflict resolution. Sometimes the conflict resolution be just that. And the thing about it now is that even when there are some people who are still with that notion of throwing the hands and fighting if they have to fight. But then again, who wants to fight in this day and age? And you got to possibly worry about somebody feeling uptight. That's just like if you got the one up on somebody in a fight, they ain't gonna feel a type of way. Especially in this generation now, they gonna feel a type of way. They gonna feel like they embarrassed. They gonna feel like they manhood is stripped down, and then yeah, I gotta eliminate this poop. I gotta eliminate this dude. Now I can understand some of the gun violence actually comes from within the streets. Shit that's going on in the streets. I understand that. But there are things that are not street issues that are becoming I'm going to grab the gun. Like prime example, these school shootings. These are not random acts. And this is not street type politics the way it would have to lead to that. But in that midst right there, the only politics that's there is that again, some of these people are doing the utmost because they've been bullied or they've been socially awkward. And this is the saddest part about it again, because again, everybody is born to be different. Everybody's born to be different. Everybody at some point will be different. You're not going to have the same mindset thinking throughout the course of time. It's like you're not going to have the same course of actions. But but in that token right there again, it should just be logical to say, what's more important? You know, me being free, me being able to be amongst the people that I know love and care for me, or sitting behind that wall for possibly the rest of your life for something that didn't need to be done. Nah, it's a fact though. Because some people think conflict resolution is always we gotta come to fisticuffs. No. I've seen some people who've had heated arguments and just because they cooled down and became more logical, certain situations did not happen. I was in the midst of a situation that could have turned into a wild shootout one year. Luckily, again, those two heads that were arguing decided to talk like adults. You know, yeah, it was anger in some form or whatever there. But once they got down to the bottom of the issue, they realized half of the issues it wasn't even stemming from either one side. It was just coming from outside interference, as always. That's one thing you got to remember too. Sometimes is watch out for the outside interference. Sometimes that outside interference be the ones that try to, stir up the most, try to keep the most going. Lucy, baby. No, this is what I'm saying. We could sit here and have any form of disagreements, but we don't necessarily have to come to a point of fighting. All right, well, what's your issue? You know, everybody get their thoughts and opinions across. But again, sometimes the biggest beefs and the fights, it starts from the people within. For what I've seen, it seems like it's always something when it comes to the outsiders. Shoot, I don't want this beef to end, so I'm gonna keep trying to find ways to stir it up. Again, like I said, if I gotta waste my time worrying about what I'm gonna do to a person, that's time being wasted, and that's time that's not being carefully executed. I could be moving on to something bigger and better. And that's what people gotta understand. How you doing? You gotta remember that you're here for a purpose. Whatever your purpose is, you need to solely try to find that. You know, but again, you can't find what your purpose is, or you can't see where you could be in the future if you are messing up your future. You know, like I said, look how many people right now wish they was home right now. Crimes they didn't necessarily have to commit, they only committed it off of emotion and just irrational thinking. You know, and again, it's sad when you could think to throw your life away just because it's not that important. But you have important things in life that are worth you being free. And that's the God, the honest truth right there. Things might not be in a position where you want it to be at, but again, that doesn't necessarily mean you throw your life away because of it. Like there's some people who are quick to throw it away just because, again, y'all worried about the quick come ups. Y'all worried about what's being said about you, so on and so forth. You know, it's time to get to the point of just not doing it. So what? I had an argument with you. That doesn't mean I gotta disrespect you at all costs. That definitely doesn't mean I gotta try to take you out just because I don't like you. That don't mean I gotta take you out. What's going on, Sean? And that's what we gotta realize. See, back in the days, yeah. What's going on, shoot? See, look, some of it I could say, you know, is the new school way of thinking, but some of it ain't even new school because, yes, we've had gun violence throughout the course of time. But again, some of that gun violence was more tied in the street politics than anything. Then there's other situations that is not street politics. It's not nothing but either bullying or somebody just losing their cool because they've gone through enough. Again, you don't know what people are going through, and all it takes is the wrong time, wrong place, and the wrong situation, and everything could definitely turn out left. You know, see, I'm gonna say some of the shit that we see now, we've seen it back in the day, but again, a lot of it was tied in the street stuff and not civilian shit. But now you got things that are working against even the civilians. You know, why should I have to worry about being out and about? Prime example with friends and family, and I got to worry about possibly ducking bullets, especially in a spot where it should be, you know, should be like peaceful. Should be no issues of nothing. Again, there's some of y'all young men and women out there who might have a beef going on right now. You might have a disagreement with somebody. But again, you better think practical and logical before you think emotion, you know? And some of y'all are thinking too emotional, and hence why, there's some of the issues you're having now. You gotta learn to say, you know what, this ain't getting me nowhere. This definitely ain't gonna get me nowhere. I don't need to be a part of it. You know, I'm a stand my ground on where I need to stand my ground on, and that's it. I don't. I only had that one. Look at you looking all cold. My bad, y'all. Those who just tuned in, y'all already know, hit the like button. But again, it's sad because again, we've come to a point where good. That's what you get. Good. Good. But some people have gotten to that point where again, it's just I'm gonna do the next best thing that feels good to me, or I'm gonna just do something because I feel it's necessary to do. But again, you disturb the balance when you do things like that. Again, there's some of y'all who, instead of keeping your issues and everything else, outside of certain areas, no, y'all bring it to those areas and disturb something. Like I said before, it don't make sense that you could be having a community event and you could possibly have to worry about somebody being, you know, being that ignorant or just being that emotional to think, I'm gonna just do this here. No. Like I said, when it comes to places and certain things along those lines where you're supposed to be having fun, you shouldn't have to worry about ducking and dodging bullets. And you shouldn't have to worry about being caught in the middle of somebody else's nonsense and drama, you know? And see, the thing, like I said about, the shooting nowadays is it's not like you're hitting your target. You're hitting target. Some of y'all not even hitting your target. Some of y'all hitting innocent people. Like I said, you quick to want to raise the gun and shoot, but you're not looking to make sure, you know, there's no innocence involved. Serious, baby. Susanna, baby. Like I said, some of these situations that occur could have got real violent. But again, when you sit down and you have a real discussion about what the problem is, you tend to find out everything that you need to find out, you know, and then from there you figure out what you're gonna do from it. And I don't think it's fair that you have to worry about people possibly you don't want to have to worry about people, you know, having these type of conflicts to where it could be a problem for everybody. And it's sad because again, some of the violence is happening in the places that should technically be safe. If I'm going to take my child to a movie, I shouldn't have to worry about somebody possibly coming in and just deciding they want to ransack the whole place. Y'all remember a couple years ago when that Batman movie came out and that dude did what he did in that movie theater, did that shooting. That wasn't necessary. That wasn't necessary at all. You know, some people try to say, "Oh, well, they did certain things for, they did certain things because of bullying, or they did certain things because of whatever." But it's hard to feel sorry for those when you still have a conscious mind to say, this ain't right. I might as well not do that. What's going to be the outcome? No, that's why I said it's good to pay attention to the people around you, and just making sure that everything is everything. Because again, like with that situation, those people that need to be shot up in no movie, and the only thing they was doing was coming to watch a movie. Some of these people was in there with kids. Like I said, you know, places that should be safe from the gun violence, it seems lately is like nobody doing it. We're not being more observant on things. Because again, we know there's certain things that can happen in the blink of an eye. We not be aware of it. But we should be prepared for the unthinkable just in case. Because it could be a situation where everything could be going good, but all it takes is one or two negative sparks, and that could turn something real deadly. Again, just knowing when to identify shit and knowing when to shut it down is necessary. Marianne, baby, hope all well with you, sis. But I find that to be a problem now. Again, you know, the safe spots that we used to have ain't safe no more. Because now you got to possibly worry about knife play, gunplay, or worse. You know, it's becoming a problem now. Marvin Crown, oh, your dad, I know. Trust me, I know. You forgot you told us. But, it is a sad impasse that we have. We are not being more, we're not being more stern on the things that we used to be stern on. Like there was places that there was a reason why there was safety places, or even in the roughest spots, there was reasons why it was certain places you couldn't go and just do something without it being a consequence. You know, we lost our way of just saying, nah, we gotta take command on things. And again, when it comes to a majority always gonna overrule that minority. The minority, to be technical, I might need it. But it's again, we didn't tolerate. Nope. I'm off Thursday and Friday. But I'll be out in the morning. Mm. All right. Uncle L, what's going on, my guy? Again, for those who just tuned in, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. But see, this is the reason why, things were a little bit better back in the day, only because again, we stood our ground. We knew there was certain things we wasn't going to tolerate, and we knew certain things that if it was violated in any way, shape, or form, oh yeah, we was holding you accountable. You know, see, and that's what we are missing right now. We are missing that fact of trying to hold people accountable when they doing the utmost. You know, and again, that's something that should be looked at. Prime example: there's some of y'all, like I said, that are coddling these kids who just did something that was very major. You know, the moral compass should be more important than anything. Again, if you are supposed to be trying to raise your children right, or at least raise your children to have decency and morality, you better make sure that that's something that they really are taking into consideration. Why do we have to always worry about specific events happening at specific events? Prime example, if you at a concert, it doesn't matter what state or where in the world you at. You shouldn't have to worry about a possible gun shooting, and it could be an issue where the crowd done trampled somebody, and because we done had situations where a concert done turned left and some people done lost their lives in the midst of a trample or stampede. Some people was actually the victims right then and there, you know. And if it's not the fans that's getting hurt, it'd be the actual rappers sometimes themselves getting hurt, right? But it didn't have to be a rapper. Let's just say if it was somebody that was a public figure trying to do right for the community, that still could have turned left. Because if you got people who just have that ill will against you, you know, that's a problem. Why should you have to worry about, to a degree, not being able to really get out or hang out or be out with your family when you got to worry about, if not the gang shooting, just regular subsets of little groups that's just doing the shooting and that. Lisa J, baby. Again, for some of y'all, I know at some point y'all gonna get sick and tired of feeling like you cooped up in your house, or you gotta go well outside your comfort zone just to have some form of comfort, to have some form of peace. There's people right now who are not being out and about, and that's only because again they too scared. And these people that's not even in the streets, they just scared because they don't want to take that situation or that chance, and then it becomes a problem. Cool game, what's going on? Again, like if you like I said, I'm gonna say for those who are having parties out and about in their backyards or just having birthday parties in general at certain spots, make sure the security is extra tight. Make sure, and that security should mostly be y'all, the parents, the guardians, and everybody else that's going to be a part of that function. Make sure that ain't nobody coming in there with things that they don't need to come in with. Things like sweet 16s and birthdays and barbecues and stuff like that shouldn't have to worry about that form of violence or that form of interruption. We got to come back to that conclusion. Not everything has to be settled with violence. Not everything has to be settled with gunplay. Not everything has to be settled with knife play. Again, life is very valuable. Life shouldn't have to worry about being cut short because people decide they want to take actions that they don't necessarily have to take. There are people who have lost their lives and probably could have been on the verge to being great or doing great things in life. Things that probably could have been beneficial somewhere down the line. But you'll never know it because they never got the chance to live. They never got the chance to prosper forward. Their life was tragically taken because of emotional actions and irresponsible actions. And to some degree, some people wasn't held accountable. In other situations, those people that have done the crimes have been held accountable on all angles. And you would have to feel a type of way or at least have some form of morality because at some point, I don't care again how tough you may claim to be or how tough your spirit may be. You're gonna feel everything. You're gonna feel that shit. And it's not gonna sit right with you to a degree. Even if it hits you down the line, you won't realize you did something that you can't reverse and can't take back. And you did something again that you're gonna have to most likely deal with and whenever judgment day is for you. You took the life of somebody that didn't deserve to get their lives taken. Now again, some of that has been street politics. You know, now street politics will be what it is, Some of these murders could have taken place because people doing them utmost in the streets. And then chickens came home to roost. There's some people right now, again, who are laying down because of situations like that. You trying to be with the dope boys and stuff, but you stealing packages or you doing things that's underhanded, but you got to remember that part. There is no real loyalty in the streets. There is no, you might get some camaraderie, but there is no real loyalty or stability when it comes to that aspect of life. That's just my view and opinion on it. Because what do you really get out of it besides jail or possibly an early casket? Nothing. Nothing but misery, lost friends, sorrows, and just constant looking over your back. Your life is supposed to be about moving forward and progressing. You know, not worrying if somebody gonna come at you with a Smith and Wesson. I'm sorry, but again, some people just gotta be logical in the things they do. It's the mindset. But again, it should be a mindset to know this. I don't care what issue I got with somebody. If it's not that serious, I don't need to take it that. I don't have to take it that way. And you shouldn't necessarily have to take it that way neither. In certain areas, you got to worry about the violence sparking up because right now it's a war. It's a war on all cylinders. You know, The war that we are being presented right now is, it's a war to really take a picture, take a picture of and really observe and look at and identify what you need to identify. There's a reason why there's certain issues going on there. A lot of it do be, oh, because these people don't like these people. This person don't like this person. So now everybody that's riding with these people, they decide this is what they're gonna do. But again, crashing out for all the wrong reasons. I could have had an issue in the street. I don't expect my people to crash out and possibly lose their life on either angle just because. Nah, if my issue ain't that deep, it ain't no need to crash out. And me being the person I would be, nah, I'm gonna make sure you don't crash out because there's no need for it. Now, if it was something again that where it would have to take place and it was justifiable, then hey, different story. But again, I would prefer to get to the words before anything else. That don't make you no punk or no less of a man. No, that makes you a wise man because you know what you have around you that's important. You know that the most important things that are needed, especially for your development, it solely lies up to you. How can you make something happen when you behind the wall and probably never be coming home? The plans and the things that you had are going to be out the window because, again, what can you really do from behind the wall? Like I said, some people have thrown away their lives and left their families out here unstuck just because of their actions. This is why, again, it's good to learn conflict resolution, but it's more important, again, to start getting in control of your emotional intelligence and your awareness. I don't care how angry I am, even if I thought I had to do something to somebody because it was justifiable. It just has to be a time and a place for that. The time and the place shouldn't be at events when people are supposed to be having fun, and now possibly somebody might not be coming home because of whatever. But see, this is the problem right now too, and I see this. It's more, it's more about control, fear, and politics because we know damn well. Listen, you know, there's certain issues that are still unexplainable, but they gonna try to keep it that way. They're gonna try to keep it that way because again, what better way to not so much as market, but what better way to keep some form of control and shit? I'm sorry, but I don't think it's right that you're gonna turn around and tell me y'all fighting over gun law bills and everything else. When again, they're not working for the citizen; they're working against the citizen. You're giving the criminals more leeway to do so, or to possibly get away with something. But again, I felt like this: if anybody is going to have or purchase a gun, even if it is for protection, actual protection, not just because you want to be gangster, not just because you want to scare people, not because you think you Bishop from Juice. Some of y'all really need to learn that. Look, there's things you are not going to be able to just not going to be able to do without having the mindset of saying, "I am focused. I know when to use it, when not to use it." Again, identifying when and where to use things. You know, it is. It is an eye opener for some because again, you got to think about that. Yeah, we've had some form of bad life, but we've also had good in our life. And on a lot of in between. In those weird in between moments, it's just, different views of opinion. James Money, what's going on, my guy? The prime goal should be this, safety on all ends. Like it's not just wanting your neighborhood safe, but just wanting a safe peace of mind. You know, that when we are coming together for special events, when we are coming together for employment opportunities and everything else along those lines. Shoot, even when we come together for what's supposed to be a somber moment, which is funerals, shouldn't have to worry about the gunplay. Now, again, in certain situations, these people who probably have lost their lives, it probably was either high, if they wasn't high profile, they was doing high profile stuff to where that happened. Again, but that's street politics. If you want to delve in that, you want to delve in the land of the thieves and criminals, then you got to be on point. But it's also the same way with a civilian right now. You got to be on point, even if you ain't into that, because you never know what could happen in certain situations, even while trying to enjoy yourself. Your life shouldn't be fearful, you know, supposed to be fearless in life. And even when you do get to a point of some form of fear, you assess the situation and you catch yourself, you do what you got to do. You know what? I'm allowing my emotions to get the better of my thinking. You know what? Let me go reassess some things. You know, I could possibly help in certain situations. Because now a person's not thinking about the automatic, yeah, I just got to do this. It's not that way no more. Again, you have to be aware of yourself. Like, again, things that you think you might be willing to do, if you do, what's going to be the consequence? You might think that you down the ride, prime example, or down to prove a point to somebody, but are you down to take the consequences that come with it? Some of y'all will be tough at first, but you will break down. The toughest of men have broken down, especially when there's things that were done that they just can't take back. Once they really got into a certain stage in their life, they realize, well, this was all for nothing. I didn't necessarily have to pull that trigger. I didn't necessarily have to stab that person. I didn't necessarily have to beat them to death, etc., etc. You get where I'm going with it, though. Then there's certain things that should not trigger you to do the unthinkable. You gotta have some form of respect for the people around you, their lives as well too. Now, again, we already know to a degree a lot of the things that we speak about. Some of those things, yeah, they could be changeable and they could be rectified the way it gives us the balance. Appreciate you for dropping those links, serious baby. Working hard in this damn sun on my back, baby. But yeah, you got to think about that. Why should I have to resort to that form of method to defeat somebody? When it really shouldn't even be about just. It really shouldn't even be about defeating, but giving you a grand understanding on certain things. A lot of times it be ego driven, hardcore machismo, and everything else that set the tone for a lot of destruction. I think I kind of know what the problem is, and I've spoken about it one time before. Maybe this is my logic and my view and opinion on it, but I am logical with that part right there. There's some of y'all that just are scared to take that embarrassment if you do lose. Guess what? Everybody gonna lose something. If you're not losing at certain activities in life, you're gonna lose certain activities in life, or you're gonna lose certain aspects of life. You might have people who are here right now and they could be going tomorrow. That's losing right there. You're not gaining nothing from that. You're hurting from that. Others, you know, again, it's just you share scared. Win, lose, or draw, you're still supposed to fight. But you know when to fight as well too. You know, in certain instances, you just gonna have to adjust. If we in this quote unquote technology era, adjust your TVs because there should be no reason why you still slipping and falling through the cracks that bad. Shay, baby, you know what you gotta think about that. You really have to grasp everything in that moment because once you make a sound decision like that, there is no coming back from that. You have to deal with everything that comes with that. And some people will sit here and say that, oh, I'm down for that. You'll be down for it now until it starts getting critical. And even if you think you got a way to beat something, you're not going to be able to beat anything outside of that from now on because now it's going to be fair game to everything. Some of y'all realize that when you do certain things, guess what? You got families who really will ride out and crash out if they have to, especially when there's innocence involved. So that's something that you're not going to win. The battle against the people. Because they are going to be some people who just are going to do what's necessary. Again, knowing when to interject and learning certain things in retrospect. Again, there was a community respect at some points. Yeah, we still had certain things that were lingering around our communities. Every generation has dropped the ball one way or another, but they ain't dropped the ball too crazy. But again, can't save everyone, can't reach out to everyone. So you still try to do what you can do in that process. And again, I think it's critical to do so. Learn about who you are, learn about what you want in life, what you need in life, and then from there you put your foot on the gas. Some of the gun violence that we've seen has come just because of all in all. It's two parts. You have jealousy and envy and just hate on one side, and on the opposite side, you have people just flashing and doing the things that are not necessary. Certain things that we don't need to floss or flaunt, just because we already know what comes with that. How this nigga got this or how she got this, and you know, you always got to be careful on all cylinders. Again, you have to learn to trust your better judgment. If I know I'm at a spot where everybody is congregating, everybody is, at peace and they enjoying every bit of a blessing, why should I be the one to come disturb that? Or why should anybody be the one come and disturb that, right? That would be the mindset. Now there was certain things that we used to have even with the house parties, right? But guess what? The difference between them and that. See, when you was going to specific areas, specific blocks, you already knew what it was. You wasn't going to be able to say and do whatever you want to say or do, even if you had a group with you and something don't happen. But the one thing that didn't happen was lives being taken within that part. A lot of times, whatever issues was stemming from outside would stay the hell outside. And that's what we need to start doing again. The things that need to stay outside, let that shit stay outside. And when need be, take the initiative. Like I said, take your power back, get back within focus. Again, not everybody has to be all buddy buddy and agree with everything, right? But the main thing to agree on is safety. Safety for everybody around. 'Cause everybody, at least in my opinion, deserves some form of an opportunity. Learn to get in control of all of your anger. Pretty much know how to move and, navigate from there. That's not just growth in character, but in the same sense, it's also true. You're able to make the right decisions without it being costly on either end. And again, knowing when to really have to set rules and boundaries, just doing the necessary things you need to do. You're supposed to do that. Drawing the line is an important key. You have to draw the line somewhere. have to draw the line when it comes to taking certain strides back for our communities, bringing certain safety awarenesses and measures to that. Now, again, we've had situations where gun violence has become a thing because guess what? There are some people who have been picked on, bullied, even to the point where again, nobody is trying to help them, even when they are trying to help themselves. But again, you would have to really just keep a all in all visual awareness. Keep that camera rolling in that sense. Because you should be able to detect anything that seems out of whack or out of pocket. And even if you're not going to be the one to initially help, you should at least try to get some form of help. But then again, it should never have to come to that in certain scenarios. There's a reason why there should be a lot of different lessons learned. Like I said, you learning that wrong type of info right now. And that info is that a gun is going to solve every problem. A weapon is going to solve every problem. Your main weapon that should always solve a problem is your brain. You know, in certain scenarios, things you're doing can be detrimental on all ends. Yeah, I know this is kind of far fetched to me to think that that cylinder of violence could be suppressed a whole lot, and almost to the point where it was in its grand junctions. You know, no innocence, if anything. You know, and again, there's a lot of you who have been either victims of or had families who was victims of. Again, those type of situations hit different. So you just got to remember this. In the heat of the moment, what do you actually do? Do you crash out, or do you decide to take a different route, different approach? That part right there is solely up to you, though. I don't lie. We go on a second, yo. Yeah, you know, but there's no need to be on a dummy mission or a crash out. You know, again, think solidly. And again, if it's not worth it, then don't do it. Why mess up everything and mess up the circumference around you just because? Again, emotional intelligence will always play a key role in your life. You know? It's the difference between being here and not being here. Again, some of y'all think before you do things. Right? You know, it's about that time. There's things we know we can't never eliminate because that's always just going to be a part of life. But it's about suppression. You need to suppress the nonsense. Overall hate, jealousy, envy. Really is time. Before you reach for a weapon, use the ultimate weapon that you have. Come to see that 9 times out of 10, you'll serve the right purpose on making the decisions you made. You know, there's no need to have to worry about stray bullets flying, especially within the daytime. A lot of different things you would sit here and say, oh, it's not true, it's not possible. Some of these things are possible. It's possible to suppress things and keep it to where it's supposed to be at. Keep it at the lowest level. You know, in order to think on the safest level, that is the most important thing to remember. Certain things you're gonna have to keep on the low. So emotional, how you doing? Emotional decisions, you already know that's gonna cause for the first type of backlash. So, oh, wait a minute. Oh, oh, new lottery dance. Oh, young brothers and sisters out there, again, come to a specific conclusion. There's gonna be a message that's being given to you, no matter who you listen to, no matter who you follow. If at some point something didn't resonate with you, then you already know, you already know what it is. You've come to the point where now you are able to just do the necessary. All right, I didn't have to do this just to gain this. I didn't have to take an innocent just to have to get my come up. Not worth it. The difference between competition in life and again recklessly taking life. But again, start holding those accountable when needed. Again, gun violence has torn apart a lot of homes, a lot of families, friends, in certain cases, communities. Start thinking for the greater good. 702, baby. I'm sorry, but I honestly think that there's no options, but you're not giving yourself the option. The hell do I need to crash out for when it's not worth it? Oh, I got you, sis. Hold on. I got you. And a lot of the gun violence that has torn up the families, like I said, wasn't necessary. But due to miscalculations, miscommunication, it is all in all different cylinders on things. It caused the wrong eruption. And you got to remember this part. You know, you are granted to still be breathing and not behind the wall. So take every step and opportunity in elevating yourself. You know, whatever you ain't learned, what's going on? Whatever you wasn't taught, you'll learn at some point. But it's important that you learn when it's needed. You know, just certain situations definitely need to be handled with, delicate care because again, it could cause an even more eruption. You know, and it's not gonna be a stop to it. You don't need that going
Good
on.
morning, Nate. I'll be loving when I actually catch you. It feels like old times.
Good afternoon. What's going on? What's going on?
Nate, let me ask you a question. And I
What's
don't
going
want to
on?
be the first one that you do. But you know what I kind of miss and wonder if you'd ever bring it back. But I know you're in a Zen place these days. I kind of miss the eulogies.
Mm, Well, there's no need for no eulogies. Actually, shit,
Okay.
it might be a change in that at some point. Well, it'll still be utilized for something, but I don't need to
Okay.
put
So
my
your
gloves
statement
on.
is if you need to deliver a service, you will deliver a service. But we all good right now.
Come on now, I don't need to deliver no service. Hold on one second. I gotta keep looking back at what you looking at, old little nigga. I'm gonna call your truancy officer. What you looking at, son? What you looking at? Drinking that coffee, nigga. Where truancy Bob at? Tired of your shit. I don't need to get no eulogies. Come on now. I'm been past that shit.
That's good. That's good. I like the news then, Nate. I like it. I like it. But I did want to speak to one thing that you were saying when I came in and I was listening for a minute.
Yeah,
With the violence, you know, a
yeah,
lot of people in the internet world don't realize that we're all coming from different communities, and we're all coming from different socioeconomic challenges. You get what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
me coming from South Central LA, I got some different things to think about every day for me and my family versus someone that's coming from somewhere so much more different and better, right?
yeah,
So, about 3 years ago, my cousin's son made the news, right? So, he made the news. Hey, stop. He made the news everywhere because he got murdered on Instagram, right? The Indian Red Boy situation, and you couldn't get away from it. People were sending me the video of his murder. Every single social media site I went on, every single app, I had to completely just deactivate my Facebook, right? And I think the most horrific part of the situation is people get caught up in social media and don't realize there are real people behind these violent acts. They get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Not just said person, but you don't think about said person's siblings or said person's extended family, you know? At the time, he has three little brothers, and two of those little brothers were very small munchkins, right? At that age where they kind of get deaf, but they don't get deaf, right? For people to so casually be sharing it everywhere, they had to go to school, and older kids were showing them the video. Older kids were telling them about the video. Kids were teasing them about the video of their brother getting shot to death and blood running out everywhere, right? Life is real. It's not entertainment. That made me decide after that situation what I would give my energy to. I don't watch violent stuff. I don't watch these stupid fight videos. I don't give none of that my energy. We really have to watch what we support and give energy onto. You know, it would change social media if we pulled our energy back from that type of shit.
Facts. I had sat here and said something recently about certain things just shouldn't be made display anyway, especially like autopsy videos and stuff. Like, come on, man. Supposed to
Mhm.
be a level of decency and privacy, especially, like some people have walked both sides, but then you got those that ain't walked nothing, but they already see what
Mhm.
it is to a degree. Some of this stuff really is, it's not even just, you know, bad karma and juju on that end, but it's just not needed. And I'm
You took
saying,
the words out my mouth.
yeah, nah, because come on now, like if we gonna have issues and we gonna have issues the old fashioned way. I gotta fight you every day. Fuck it, I'll fight your ass every day, but I ain't gonna have to. Yeah, I gotta kill this. I gotta kill this. I'm not going through that shit. Come on, and I never had to think about that. And even when I thought to do about it, I'm like, yeah, all right, nigga, you better remember that fucking your scout piece, son. Like come into play. Like on that, it's not worth it. Because
You
again,
know
you got
what's
to think
funny?
about the consequences behind that.
You know what's funny? I follow so many people. Y'all know y'all be seeing me everywhere, every sector, just following everybody, right? But
Yeah.
you the only person that still comes on here and says, hey, we still need change in our community. Ain't that crazy? How you could follow, I probably follow hundreds of people. Shoot, if darn near not 1,000. And you are the only one that comes on here and your message is we still need help in our community. Ain't that crazy? Not two, not three, not five. You the only one that still comes on here and says that.
Yeah, because life is more important than just social media and viral clicks and all that other shit. I'm sorry. Like it's other things you could be focused on because that now what? We all be in a predicament. Why? Because we worried about all the wrong distractions. And then again, it's just certain things too that we see in our community day in and day out that we need to really start standing on. Like those community meetings. Like I said, there's a lot of different things. There's a reason why I'm saying this shit. There's no way in the hell y'all expect anything to really transpire in the way and shape we supposed to have it if we keep fucking up each other, keep screwing each other over. Come on now. And even if that shit, it should be a respect level. Fuck that. Where's the decency at? Where's the common battleground at? I don't gotta like you to motherfucking do something with you to fucking make sure something is safe within that realm. Damn.
Can I ask you this question? And then Oprah will be all out of questions.
Come on.
Do you think the reason why people don't come on here and say, man, we still need help in our community, we still need change in our community, is because a lot of people have replaced caring about their physical community as opposed to their virtual community? Because a lot of us have like very virtual lives now. You have virtual friends. Some people have virtual boyfriends and girlfriends. Like a lot of our lives is wrapped up in this digital stuff. So do you think that's the reason why people don't go hard for the community no more?
I'm gonna say nope. From my view of it, no. What the problem is, again, focusing on the wrong type of distractions. Doesn't matter if you heavily on here or if you're not, or if you fairly on here. There's people who you don't see doing certain things all the time, but then guess what? There's gonna be days or it's gonna be weeks they go hard, grinding. It's really about looking at everything from the 360 angle. You know, there's a multitude of things. It's not so much as because people are too heavily invested. Look, even the ones that's not heavily invested, they see what the hell going on, but focusing on distractions, unnecessary beats. Again, time and energy being wasted when you could have been figuring out your next solution for your next plan. That's it. You know. Oh, don't worry, 702. I got something for you since you want to do that real quick. I got something for you. I got something for you. Look, I got something for you. You already know what it is, though, sis. You want to ask questions and run. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Here you go.
You a baddie, the type I appreciate. With no makeup, you looking good in the face. Natural body, I'm loving how it's shaped. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoes coming in, so I gotta bring the guys with me. Said they get the dirty outside. Heard they was some freaks, so I had to bring the down with me. Oh, you with it? I'm gone. Come to the bathroom, give me that dome. Yo, man's get the tripping, Brody.
That's going to be when I feel like you trolling me, sis. But you did ask some solid questions. Nah, but to be honest with you, like I said, doesn't matter how you swayed away, and how you paved the way. The main thing to remember is never get away from the important thing. You know, unity. Unity is important. This is how we keep the neighborhood where we need to keep. Come on now. Stop being heavily invested in all of the wrong attributes and focus on life's actual attributes. There's things we always going to need. You focusing on trying to either get a viral moment or trying to be a part of, you better make sure that that viral moment is going to be some form of helping out. But then again, there's always going to be issues. Because again, not everybody's going to see certain things a certain way. But when it's all said and done, it's just about respect. And for some issues that might not ever get towards some form of resolution, again, there should be morals, integrity, and respect. Knowing when and when not to do certain things. You know, creating what's going on, creating certain safety for people, especially when they enjoying views and events. Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Be more reasonable. You know, and even if you have fallen out with people, guess what? You just keep it pushing. Shouldn't lead to that form of violence. Because again, there's no replacing life, and there's no giving back that peace or that happiness that families once had. Gotta remember that part. Viral baby. Again, think about what I just said though today. There's a lot of you young ones out there, just like there's a lot of you older folks out there. Y'all have come to that point of live by the gun and die by the gun. You still might have some time to not have to worry about that. Again, you are supposed to protect yourself in certain scenarios, but in scenarios when it's not needed and innocents end up getting hurt, you're gonna have to take accountability. Just remember that part. Again, life is about choices, options, and decisions. You have a lot of options, but do you have awareness and intelligence? Knowing again when to and when not to. So, just something to think about for the day, something light. For those who might have just been tuning in, I'll definitely be rocking back with you tomorrow morning. There'll be another busy afternoon till near time. Um, But again, hopefully somebody did get something out of this. I appreciate you 702 for popping in, sis. You already know what it is. Oh, wait a minute before I leave up out of here. Because I'm going to re-tackle this. Because again, it's not over. It's not over. Again, I believe in being optimistic when it comes to opportunity for those who are trying to do what's needed. I'm for that. Keeping that encouragement up. That again, there's certain things that can be done if you use your ultimate weapon. A lot of people are not doing that. In order to bring safety, again, I have to let it be something that resonates all throughout the generations. But for those who might have just been tuning in, y'all can definitely catch this replay. I'm gonna revisit this. I just wanted to keep it short and light today because I still got a few things to take care of. For all the birthday people celebrating this week or this month, I did not forget about you. I did not forget about you. One more game, one more game. $702. Maybe you forgot what I said when I first initially came in here. I care about the progression of anybody that wants to progress. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, keeping that encouragement up because somebody's going to need it. Again, there are things that we know are going to be out of our control. We can't control. We can't make no movements or any changes. We know that. For everything else, we should be able to. And again, being safe within your community should be the one thing. Or for your children's sake, grandchildren, anything. Just something to think about. We always cry about certain things, but then again, we're not looking from within. So, just something light for the day. For those following me on Clapper, I might have something lined up for tomorrow. So, y'all definitely make sure y'all tune in for that. But all in all, though, I ain't messing with you, Seven. See, you doing too much. See, now I got something for you. See, I knew this was gonna happen. Knew this was gonna happen. And don't worry, I got you. I got you. My bad, my bad, my bad. Oh, that was the wrong one. My bad, my bad. Bust your shout your scout piece. I ain't messing with you, sis. But you gotta think about it. And I'm speaking from a perspective, listen, F social media, right? I'm just saying in general. When you see what's going on, that's more important than anything else. But getting the messages out that you need to get out, that becomes the process, that becomes the progression. We can get to a different mindset. Again, yeah, you know what's different between then and now? Again, a lot of the gun violence back then was more tied into street politics, not necessarily just emotional and over irrational situation. Some might have been drug and induced, but even still, it doesn't matter. The fact that the gun violence itself took place, and then again, you got these people who might not ever see their families again on both sides. Shit, possibly be paralyzed, or there's a lot of different cylinders. You just got to start thinking about and being aware about. It is about that time. Safety again over everything. And again, appreciate you for dropping those links, serious baby. Working hard in these damn squirrels in this tree, baby. They wanted to try to jump on your boy just now. Telling you about to be Dr. Doolittle. Oh, oh, Dr. Natrix Doolittle. I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna figure that out, y'all. But just come to that conclusion that again, you're supposed to keep certain areas and certain perspectives at an all-time high. I mean, within your own community, and again, outside of social media. I'm just being real with you. But yeah, definitely something to just think about for real. You know. And again, for those following me on Clapper, I will definitely see y'all tomorrow. I think it's time for me to figure out lunch, man. But do again, hopefully hope somebody did get something out of this. And again, with the way the world is changing, we gonna need more to fight than anything. So let's come to that conclusion. Be valuable in your life while you're still able to breathe and enjoy life. Message of the day. Don't give me that look. 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 Matter of fact, I got you. That's it. God damn it. Come over here with that damn shit. Nah. Matter of fact, let me see what happens the next 2 hours or so. Give or take. As a matter of fact, yeah, you wouldn't be the city without that shit. Chill. And you on the other app, and I still, come on, son. Come on, son. Skip to my loop. Come on, son. Come on. How about y'all? Welcome to the good life. Yeah, I know. I already know. No, but I'm saying, think about that. If it doesn't have to get to that form of situation, then guess what? Think before you do. Again, why take the selfish act when you're not realizing that it will affect and impact everybody one way or another? Now we got the helicopters out. Oh, shit. Time for me to go be light skinned. As a matter of fact, for those following me on Clapper, I'll be back around 4. Probably before then. Probably before then. But yeah, before it get any more noisy, let me get my ass on. But I appreciate y'all for rocking out. And again, appreciate everybody that's been a part of the bill, still becoming a part of the bill, still got more good conversations to bring. Again, uh, best plan of action is just being safe. So always remember that. In order for certain violence to come to a halt or come to suppression, think about the overall. Think about the overall goal. Mo, what's going on, baby? For those on the road, y'all make sure y'all safe out there. Appreciate y'all for rocking out and tuning in. But nah, just think about the overall criticals. I mean, cause come on now, what's going to be your ultimate decision? And is that decision right there going to be worth it? Would you rather be, would you rather be progressing in life and trying to make the ultimate moves, or are you gonna make moves behind the wall? That's solely up to you. Again, there's different aspects of why gun violence will always be a major part of one of society's woes. You need to start, compressing that. Again, show a better angle. Show that things can be done. You I'm still optimistic on certain things. I guess that's the best part of life, being optimistic. So be optimistic before you waste too much time and miss it. So it is really about that time now. What's important? All in all, safety. Yeah, let me get up out of here. Time for me to go eat something. Again, for those just tuning in, y'all can definitely catch this replay. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Before I do get up out of here, I didn't forget about y'all. Did not forget about you. Because I know it was going to be the problem. Guess what?
Not my problem. That's just not my problem. Not my problem. That's just not my problem.
Yeah. Because you already know I smell an email coming. But just time to stop settling for less. It's time to stop thinking less. Start thinking more so we can utilize and grow more. It's important now, more than ever. Teach things that are needed so you can bring the quality needed. Improvement does start within. And then you move solidly from there. Move with the right people solidly from there. But imperfect world, we ask for a little too much. But again, unnecessary violence of that nature should be one that we combat. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. Everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is keep it real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real bills. And again, I could be back this afternoon for the clappers, If not, like I said, tomorrow shenanigans. So you know we're gonna be in there. And don't think y'all slick. I'm talking to everybody that's in here right now. Like about to say, Mo, be safe on that road too, and that includes you too. I better smell a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit somewhere, and I better smell a ham, egg, and cheese hero somewhere. Tired of y'all, man. Nah, but don't worry. Let me leave you up out of here with something. I don't think I did this in a while, so I wasn't going to do it, but take a shit down. Now, how you going to tell me to stop being greedy? See, you don't know me. I ain't greedy. I'm being optimistic. Nah, but hopefully somebody did get something out of this. And again, conversation that was needed. So, y'all stay safe. Keep that third out. So, next live, we out of here. Be blessings.